Welcome to your free trial of RCS catering software. The first thing we're going to go over today is how to enter your catering menus into the system. So once you're logged in, you'll go over to admin in the top right corner. You'll go down to menu and go to menu manager. So once the menu manager loads, you can add whatever kind of menu you need. So there are already a few options here. I'll add a couple more to show you how to do it. So you'll go to add menu. So let's call this the lunch catering menu. And you can set times that they start and end at. So let's say lunch starts at 11 a.m. and ends at 3 p.m. You can enter a date to activate it on or deactivate it. If it's a specialty menu, you can show which locations to show it for. Other options like whether you show it to customers, if you want to disallow deliveries for this menu. And when you're done, you'll scroll down and save this information in the bottom right corner. So then the menu will show up with the other menus. You can drag the order to change it if you want. After you add that menu, there's really nothing there. So you can start to add categories. So we'll add, you name it, lunch packages. You can put a description of whatever this category is, show it which locations. You can enter a minimum prep time for all the items in this category. We'll just put 60 minutes. And then when you're done, you'll save this information. We'll do the same with, we can just really quickly add drinks and desserts. So once you have this information, you can create items to go under these categories. So on the right, you'll go to items and you'll create a new item. So here we'll make a basic lunch buffet. You can write a description of the items, a minimum prep time, change it. You can do minutes, hours, or days. Let's put 1 hour. You can do a minimum number required to order, a minimum number required per category. You can say whether the item is taxable. You can also add service fees, other extra fees, and custom delivery fees as either a percent or a dollar amount. So when you've entered all your preferences, you can go down, and we're working with the lunch catering menu. So you can put per person and then put a price value. So we'll just say this package is $9.99 per person. And once you've entered all your information, you'll save it in the bottom right corner. Okay, so once we have that item, we'll go down to basic lunch buffet, and you can drag it into the category that you want it. So we'll put it in lunch packages. And once there, we're going to add some options. So you'll go to the right side and go to options. So we'll create a new option. So we'll start with lunch buffet entrees. So you'll put a option. You can do required choice for customers with or without cost. You can say it's a topping, an extra, or service fee. So this is an option. So we'll put a few different choices. You can have pork. We'll have roast beef, turkey, and brisket. And so price value you'll add if there's any extra fee. So we'll say that brisket is an extra $1.99 on top of the price per person of the package. So once you've entered all your options for the given choice, so we're dealing with entrees right now, you'll go down, save this information, and like before, you'll just scroll down. We'll go to what we just created, lunch buffet entrees, and then you will drag it under options. So here we have all the options for the customer to select. We'll also do the same with sides. So we'll create another option, call it lunch buffet side. It's an option, so they're required to pick some. We'll have rice, have black beans, mac and cheese, and we'll say, you can add 50 cents upcharge for beans, just like we did before for the entree, on top of what they're already paying for the package. And once you're content with all of the choices, you'll save this information and drag it where you want it. You can also switch if you want, so you can make the sides on top, you can make the entrees on top once you've dragged it over. So once you have those options, you can go under and set the multiplicity factor. So you'll click on multiplicity, and you'll assign how many of each they get to choose. So if they can choose 2 entrees for this package, you'll put a multiplicity factor of 2. Save this information. Same goes with sides. We'll say that they can select 2 sides, so we'll put a multiplicity factor of 2 for this package. Okay, so once you have all your options set, we'll just quickly do the same thing for drinks and desserts. So let's say we just want to add 1 item under each. So we can go and add chocolate chip cookies to desserts. So we can just drag it here. And for drinks, we can add, let's just say, Coke by the can. We'll create the item. So Coke by the can. You can describe it. Set if there's not going to be a prep time for this. If there's a minimum number required to order. You'll go down and set the price options. So we're dealing with lunch catering menu, so we can say instead of per person, we can charge per can, and we'll just say $1.49 per can. Once you're happy with that, we'll save this information, and like before, we'll find the item and drag it over. So beyond items and options, there are a couple other things you can do with your catering menu. So you can give the option for extras. So things like bacon, barbecue sauce, basically things they can choose to add on that will have a cost. So you'll go in, you would name the item, select that's an extra, set the price value, and then you would save the information. Like before, you can go down to each individual category. And so we were working with basic lunch buffet before, so you would just drag it to extras. So if I wanted barbecue sauce, I would drag it just the same as before. Same thing goes with toppings, except toppings don't have an extra cost. They're things that come built into the price of the package. So, grilled pineapple, ketchup, mayonnaise. So you really get to choose which can be extras in which can be toppings. So you would just select the display name. You can also charge service fees. So these would be fees based not per person, but just overall for the service. So for things like buffet or event charges. So if I want to create a service fee for this buffet, we could just say buffet fee and then add, whatever the value is, $49.99. Save it, and like before, drag it over. So that's how you start entering your menu with RCS. We recommend starting with your most popular items and working from there. It's like the 80-20 rule. 80% of your sales are probably going to come from about 20% of your most popular items. In the next video, we will talk about entering customers into your database.